Holder from the Mayfair Amateur Boxing Club, Steve White. And the challenger from Rough Diamonds Amateur Boxing Club, CALLUM Bedford. Bedford blue, white in the red.
So here we go for the second contest of the night, which is bound to be confusing with White in the red. But Steve White there coming in with the belt, so he's already won his challenge belt, and this is, I imagine, his first title defence, Craig.
That's right. I think Steve won this through his progress in the novice championships, and come out with a confident start here against Cheltenham's CALLUM Bedford. Steve, what is a 52-56 defence of the championship by Steve. He's Western Counties novice champion, 26 years of age, 17 bouts and winning 12.
Okay, so interesting start, and the two of them over there in that red corner. And I was going to say the identifying features of the two wearing black shorts is their names. S. White on the back of Steve White's shorts is the clue, against the rather more spangly shorts of his challenger CALLUM Bedford. It's White who's trying to work on the inside there. Just shows the breadth of coverage of the Western Counties belts. That this is a Plymouth against Cheltenham contest, Craig. Just, you know, and with the fight taking place in Bristol, it's a perfect neutral venue for the two of them.
That's right. I mean, we've got an absolutely huge region, the Western Counties. I mean, when you consider it spans from the Midlands right down to Plymouth, you know, that's a big area. This is a rematch from 2003, which was won unanimously by Steve.
From 2003?
2003. As my sources, or otherwise known as Google, tell me. And as you can see, Steve is very neat. It's short to mid-range. He throws some lovely short shots to great effect. And CALLUM trying to keep it long, but Steve very effective in close.
Yes, certainly is. And here he is again, just looking for his opportunity to step in with his opponent back against the ropes, but White looking to get inside. Again, there he is. Jab, jab, and then throws the overhand right. Again, having some success is White, as Bedford's just looking a little bit wary of the incoming opponent and trying to work out, as you say, Craig, how he can try and keep it long.
That's right. He's got the right tactics, as CALLUM. He's trying to shut the guy out. But as Steve comes in, he just slips there. The overhand right and left hook, very effective. He's quite accurate in punching around the guard with those.
So we'll see how the tactics pan out as this first round comes towards a close. White again just trapping him in that blue corner. Bedford gets out of it neatly though, and he'll soon hear the bell to end the round. But White certainly the busier of the two, landing more on the inside, and Bedford spent most of that 3 minutes just trying to work out how to keep White out, and didn't really launch too much of his own in an attacking mode. That's right.
CALLUM's coaches there will be telling him the same tactics again. Keep it long, shut him out, don't let him in, because Steve's strengths are definitely on the inside. I quite fancy the danger punch there from Steve is the left hook, and the kind of overhand right, the guarding against it, will come back with the left hook, and that's going to come in at quite some speed, I would imagine. But as I say, quite a difference in experience in here. 17 bouts from Steve and 6 from CALLUM. So it's very much a step up from CALLUM, and one that he's quite willing to take by the looks of things.
Yep. Again, the incentive is there. That belt that Steve brought into the ring at the start of the contest is up for grabs here. But you feel that CALLUM Bedford is going to have to rip it from the grasp of Steve White if he possibly can, and White determined not to let him anywhere near it. And White again starting aggressively, but Bedford up on his toes, throwing out the left jab. As we said, trying to keep it at long range if he can. Feints with the jab and throws the right that didn't land. Cut from White, trying to get close inside, just where he wants him. Body shot comes in, left hook. So at the moment, White looking pretty comfortable. And also they're just proving a little elusive, very swift on his feet, getting out of that corner, turning very nicely. Movement is almost as important as the punches you throw in this game.
Very much so, and it was some nice tight little angles there from Steve. You can tell he's quite handy with the upper body movement as well. The trunk defence is side to side and lay back as well, as you can just see there. Very effective.
He just oozes confidence, doesn't he, really?
That's right. I mean, when you've been around 17 bouts, you know, he's been around a little bit there. But it's a little head clash there, which Callum acknowledges. It's going to happen without the head guards now, I'm afraid. It's going to be part of the modern game.
Yeah. But at least, I suppose, the other side of that is the diners here who supporting this event can actually see the expressions on the face of the boxers. They can get to know them in their mind's eye at least, and it all becomes a little bit more personal. And talking of personal, there's White landing two big blows to the face of Bedford. And again, he trapped him in that corner. And Bedford needs to get out of that situation on the ropes, but he's trapped again on the other side of the ring. Bedford just holding on to gain a little bit of respite. But White seems to be just wearing him down now, and these short-range shots are just beginning to take their toll, I think, of Callum Bedford. He's just struggling to move out of the way now, and every time White comes in, he's just trapping him, but there's a good response by Bedford.
That's right, back foot 1-2, another good right hand. So just when you think the pressure's getting to him, he's turning up. And again on the inside, he doesn't want to be there. Good right hand. Good clash of styles, good clash of tactics.
It's amazing what a bit of success something can do to a boxer's confidence, isn't it?
And that's the beauty of the game. Only takes one shot to turn things around.
Yeah, and so a brighter ending to the round there by Callum Bedford. Just when it really looked as if Steve White was getting well on top in the contest, he just found a couple of punches from somewhere and probably just gave Steve White something to think about that he wasn't actually considering at that point in time.
That's right. Well, it's just a little acknowledgement that, you know, when a guy's in front of you and he's punching back, that's not all she wrote, right to the last bell. It was a nice movement there, shifted his weight to the back foot, and a clever 1-2 from Callum. And yeah, clipped Steve there for a second. Steve applied the pressure again to good effect, but just needs to be careful here. The contest, for my money, is in the bag for Steve. He wants to make sure it stays that way.
Yeah, he's certainly put the pressure on. He's sucking in the oxygen at the moment and knows he's just 3 minutes away from retaining his belt. That's Steve White over there in the red corner, up off his stool from the Mayflower ABC. And 3 minutes away then from deciding the destination of this title. And there's a right hand, a bit slappy from White, but still took its toll. And White again looking to start the round strongly and not give his opponent any opportunity of getting back into it like he did in the latter stages of round number 2. So plenty of punches being thrown by White, but it's just got to be Bradford's got to try and pick his moment. But just when he has White at the range he wants, then White's on his way in and cuts down the distance, and the sheer attritional value of White, just taking him in close, the left hook to the body there, and again good left hook, again connects to the head. So he's hooked to the body, and then the right hand, the big swinging right hand comes from White, but Bedford almost tagged him there, but it's White who's putting the pressure on again, and Bedford just can't get those long shots off that he's wanting to because his opponent's on him in a flash. As soon as there's a gap between them, White closes it down, and it's proving very effective. And as you say, Craig, it does still look like it's in the bag for Steve White.
That's right indeed. I mean, it's the greater experience and the greater strength that's done the job here. But Callum shows some savvy movement there, some classy counter punches. But again, it's just the pure strength and experience of Steve that won't let him get his game plan together. Another good long range shot there from Callum. So in the future, I think this guy's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, but for the moment, the overall physical presence of Steve White seems to be, I was going to say edging this one, but I think it's a bit more than that. There's a solid left hook that catches him, and Bedford will do well to survive the closing stages here. Very gallant effort indeed, and he's still trying to get his shots off too. Under increasing pressure from Steve White, there's just been no let up in the number of punches that have been coming from the Plymouth boy. And Bedford can certainly be proud of the effort he's put in, because it's been a tough contest, and one that was there to be won. And Steve White has just grabbed it by the throat and is going to hang on to that belt if he possibly can. There's 10 seconds to go until the end of the round, and Steve White just keeping up the pressure right to the very end. Great effort from both boys, and two big shots. Catches Bedford right on the bell, and mutual respect, a big hug, and that was a tough contest.
That's a well-deserved win by Steve White. Put some great shots together, very strong, very powerful. But even bigger respect for Callum, giving away such an experience deficit. He really did box to orders very, very well, and that's the sign of something a bit special to come. Maybe in a few contest time, would have been a different story. But for now, for my money, that's Steve White's contest.
Yeah, we'll get confirmation of that and see the presentation of the belt.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of bout number 2 for the second year running is White in the red corner. Now the applause, please.
Alan Luke, fantastic. Photographs, please.